Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This book is called The Perfect Pumpkin Hunt. It is about celebrations and what do we do when we want to celebrate. We prepare food, prepare our clothes, clean up our house, we decorate our home, and we invite friends over. But sometimes you run into problems doing all that. And what do you need to do? You need to be creative and think of solutions. So you can ask your friends or you can find things around you that will help you solve the problem. But this book is about how you helping your friends out when they have problems will help you when you have a problem in the end and you need help back. So let's read. Perfect Pumpkin Patch. Perfect Pumpkin Hunt by Gail Herman. It was fall in Pixie Hollow. Prilla loved fall. There were many fun things to do. She watched a squirrel hunt for nuts, then she chased falling leaves. She jumped over a big oak leaf. She took a ride as it fell to the ground. Prilla flipped into a big leaf pile. "Whee!" she cried. Just then Queen Clarion flew over. The fall ball was that evening. She needed Prilla's help. Prilla loved the fall ball. There would be music, dancing, and tasty fall treats. Queen Clarion and Prilla flew to the home tree. All around them, fairies were getting ready for the ball. Party talents hung streamers made from grapevines. Music talents tuned red whistles and walnut drums. In the kitchen, Dulce and the baking talents put apple pies in the windowsill to cool. Every fairy had a job to do. Prilla was excited to hear what her job would be. Prilla and the Queen landed in the courtyard. "Can you find the biggest, best, most wonderful pumpkin for the ball?" Queen Clarion asked Prilla. Prilla jumped for joy. She had the best job of all. The fall ball would begin at sunset. There was not much time, the Queen told Prilla. "I'll hurry," said Prilla. Then she flew off. She was determined to find her perfect pumpkin. Just past the home tree, Lily was clearing her garden. Prilla waved hello. "I have to find the perfect pumpkin for the fall ball," she said. Lily was trying to lift a big orange leaf. She couldn't lift it alone. Prilla stopped to help. Together Prilla and Lily moved the leaf out of the great garden. Then they moved another and another. "Now I have to fly," said Prilla. She soared into the air. "Thank you for your help," said Lily. She waved goodbye. This is for now," Beck said. She placed a hazelnut in the yellow basket. "This is for winter." She put a walnut in the green basket. Those were so many nuts to sort. Beck would never finish before the ball. Prilla decided to help her. Prilla landed near Beck and her squirrel friend. Together the fairies sorted every last nut. Beck thanked Prilla when they were done. "It would have taken so long without you." Prilla looked at the sky. The sun was even lower now. She had to find the perfect pumpkin, and fast. Prilla flew quickly toward the pumpkin patch. In the meadow she saw Tinker Bell and Pluck. They were working in the big wagon. Tink fixed an acorn cap wheel. Pluck filled the wagon with hay. "This will be great for hay rides," Pluck called to Prilla. Prilla agreed, but it was hard work in just two fairies. Prilla stopped. She held the wheel in place for Tink. She helped Pluck carry hay. Finally the wagon was finished. Prilla looked in the sky. It was almost sunset. She still had to find the perfect pumpkin for the ball. Prilla took off again. She flew as fast as she could. Finally she arrived at the pumpkin patch. At the pumpkin, she gasped. There were pumpkins as far as she could see. The perfect one had to be there. Prilla flew from pumpkin to pumpkin. One pumpkin was too green, one was too small, one was too bumpy, and one was too smelly. Not any pumpkin was right. Prilla was running out of time. Suddenly Prilla spotted a pumpkin at the edge of the patch. It was big and round. It was bright orange and smooth as glass. The stem was curved. It was a pretty C-shape. "It's perfect," said Prilla. She couldn't wait to take it to the ball. She pulled and she pulled and she tugged, and the pumpkin didn't budge. Prilla had an idea. She took out her fairy dust and sprinkled some on the pumpkin. The pumpkin floated up a little bit and then fell to the ground with a thud. The pumpkin was too big. She looked up for one more time. Pink and orange streaks in the sky. "Sunset," she cried. She would never get the pumpkin to the ball on time. Suddenly Prilla heard voices. "We'll help," they called. It was Tink and Lily and Pluck. Beck and her squirrel friend were there too. Prilla had helped her friends, now they had to come to help her. Together the fairies rolled the pumpkin onto the wagon. "Ready?" called Pluck. The squirrels pulled the wagon. The fairies pushed. The pumpkin was moving. Prilla hoped they weren't too late. Just as the sun was setting, the wagon rolled into the courtyard. Prilla gasped. The courtyard looked beautiful. Fireflies twinkling, red, orange, and yellow leaves now covered the ground. Dried corn cobs and gourds hung from floating balloon carriers. Prilla stopped the wagon. She and her friends rolled the pumpkin onto the ground. They lifted it onto a pedestal. Queen Clarion flew over. "She really is the biggest, best, most wonderful pumpkin. Let the ball begin." Prilla hugged her friend. She found a wonderful pumpkin, but her friends were the most wonderful thing of all. So that's about Prilla, and her job for the festival was to find a pumpkin. So she thought ahead and she looked for it on her own, but when she couldn't do it, all her friends helped out because they remembered she was nice to them and helped them. And that's how you have a celebration with your friends. Everybody has their own job and they pitch in to make it all a wonderful festival. Thank you. Bye.